cost of borrowing just dropped, but will it be enough to jumpstart a cooling economy? The Bangko Sentral cuts rates as inflation eases and global uncertainty grows. Jin Kim returns with the story.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas delivered another interest rate cut, trimming its benchmark rate by 25 basis points to 5.25% in a bid to shore up growth. This marks the fifth cut this year, as the central bank responds to easing inflation and heightened risks from Middle East tensions and a slowing global economy. Likewise adjusted the overnight deposit and lending rates, now at 4.75 and 5.75% respectively. The BSP says the move is backed by a sharply lower inflation outlook. The 2025 average inflation forecast has been revised down to 1.6% from 2.4%.
We now recognize the slowdown in food inflation, something that we have been observing for the past 4 or 5 months of the year, and we think that it will continue to spill over.
Inflation estimates for 2026 and 2027 were raised slightly amid risks. The BSP warns of persistent pressures from higher oil prices, power rate adjustments, and rice tariff hikes. Moreover, despite the peso's continued weakness, Governor Eli Remolona ruled out any large-scale currency intervention for now.
We won't have enough reserves to do that. At some point, we would have to intervene more seriously if the depreciation continues.
In terms of the peso-dollar rate, we have incorporated the latest developments in the international oil markets. The Monetary Board is very vigilant, and they have identified the episodes or possible episodes of a further rise in oil prices as something that could add inflationary pressures moving forward. So we are looking at the developments in the Middle East as well as their impact on the inflation outlook.
The BSP signals another rate cut or even two could be on the table before the year ends, depending on how the data shapes up.
If things remain on track, then we'll probably cut once more. But depending on the data, we may cut twice more. Depending on the data, we may not cut at all. But for now, if things remain on track, as I said, isa pang 25 basis points.
With 3 policy meetings left in 2025, the central bank is expected to wrap up its easing cycle within the year. Jin Kim, Billionaire News Channel.